I
people
can tell you,
as one of your first steps. We got to work together
because
here.
John just wants to take us back to the 20th century.
The topic of reconciliation taking center stage at Tuesday's debate. Each party leader explaining what it means to them.
You can't spend a bunch of money on lawyers fighting Indigenous people in court all the way through to the Supreme Court of Canada and back and forth. We're not ending up any further ahead.
Rights and title for First Nations exist, and the courts have been directing governments to do the work to sort that out at a negotiating table.
we need to make sure that they can fully participate in the economy. We make sure that economic reconciliation can be a reality.
The BC Conservative Party has been clear that its version of working together with First Nations is focused on economic reconciliation, where Indigenous communities are partners in BC's economic future. According to the party's platform, they want to honor the United Nations Declaration on Indigenous Peoples, or UNDRIP, as it was intended, saying that the way it has been implemented by the NDP has actually stalled Indigenous-led development in industries like mining, forestry, and natural gas. But some worry the Conservative policy will actually exclude Indigenous communities from having a seat at the table.
The concerning part about this is that it's much more than economics in terms of implementation of the declaration.
He's trying to put everything into one bucket. Reconciliation is all just goes into economic reconciliation. There are so many different avenues, and the First Nations are partners and not stakeholders.
MLA Adam Olsen, who isn't seeking re-election, says it could become a legal issue.
Limiting reconciliation to economic reconciliation will not be acceptable for the courts. Aboriginal rights and title exist. There's no disputing that. We're not going to fight about it. We're not going to litigate it.
Indigenous people that are supportive of the Conservative reconciliation policy, among them Chilliwack Cultus Lake Conservative candidate Aaliyah Warbus, a member of the Stolo Nation.
Today, we're all here to witness the exciting shift in government and relations with Indigenous people to achieve balance and prosperity.
For those who are on their own path towards reconciliation, candidates have laid out their priorities, hoping to pull ahead in a race that is too close to call.